the three centre backs, if they play with three at the back, that is cheese, or five ultimately. So it's going to be key for OX team to make sure that he cheats. He doesn't go too far back to defend. Otherwise, if we are mobile defenders,
we're listening to Coach Dudu. Now time to listen to the coaches who have it all on the line in this one. And first of all, Coach Khalil Ben Yusuf, assistant coach at Kaizer Chiefs. He does the interview with me. Spoke to him a little bit earlier on. And then on the other side, Coach Amazilu. How does he feel about what's coming up? Well, Coach, another home game, big occasion this one. You can go number 3 on the log table. What can we expect today?
Yes, I think like you said before, it's very important this game for us. It was our meeting today before the game. The importance of this game in the rank. So winning this game, we'll be in the third position and we'll continue and keep going to fight for the league. So I think the players are all of them ready. They know the importance of this game. We will try to do our best to win this game for us. It's very important, like I said, and we will see.
One change today, Mayo comes in, Dupriya goes out from the Koboskop game. What's the thinking? What does Mayo bring that Dupriya maybe isn't going to bring you in that starting lineup?
You know that when you play successfully every 3 days game, so you need to make some rotation, and also you have to keep balance the team. So we try to keep, let me say, new blood in offensive line. So with Mayo, he will give us more solution. And we know that Ashley he did very well. But after the last 2 games, we think that with rotation, bringing another player in front, they will give us more solution.
And if there is one concern, is there a concern about getting more than 1 goal for Kaizer Chiefs? 1 goal seems to be what you're doing in the last 8 games, but you can't get that second goal.
Yesterday it was, before 2 days in the conference press, we discussed about the last third. I think we are working in this problem, that we say it's a problem last third for us. We create a lot of opportunity, but we are unlucky to score. I think today our players they will do all the best, everything to score. But the most important thing for us is winning the game. You win 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, same, or finally it's 3 points for us.
3 points is 3 points, Coach.
Thank you so much.
Well, Coach Amazilu, back at the FNB Stadium. How do you plan for a day like this, where you have to plan against the team you spent so many years playing for and being on the bench for?
To be quite honest, Brati, it's preparing like you're preparing for a normal game. You know, though these ones are the most difficult games to play, more especially when you come here. Kaizer is a difficult team to play against. They've assembled a very strong squad this season. I look at their bench. You know, very strong benches, and look at the team that's going to start this way. So yeah, we just have to give our best. But yeah, I think the players are also motivated, to be quite honest. Other things, we'll just see what's going to unfold on the field.
You made a couple of changes today. Noah Fori and Shangabeza suspended. More interestingly, where is Richard Ofori? It seems like the kind of occasion where the big man would be needed.
Yeah, unfortunately, you know, Ofori was playing with a bit of a knock, you know, in our last game. And after the game, he told us that, you know, it's only fair that we arrest him. And we took that decision, you know, just to make sure that we don't knock out the injury. And yes, losing Shangabeza, more especially coming into a game like this, and it's always going to be difficult because you are starting to, you know, get into the groove and get that confidence, and unfortunately we lost him. So we had to improvise, because we don't have enough players in that position, you know, that is operating. So we'll see how it goes. And hopefully the guys that are given the opportunity tonight, they'll express themselves and have the opportunity in both hands.
Last season, Coach, when you were here, 2-2 in that encounter. Exciting match. Can we expect similar tonight? Is that what you're predicting?
Yeah, look, it's always exciting for the player to play against Kaizer Chiefs, you know. I fancy our chances, you know, though it's not going to be easy. If you remember the last time they played here, a league game, if I'm not mistaken, if my memory serves me well, it was against Skukune 3-1 trophy. Just, but Gallants. No, you're right. Gallants, I think they drew. Yes, you're right. So it was against the Gallants, you know. So for the past 2 games here at home, apart from the CAF games, they haven't collected, maximum points. So that alone tells you that they will come out guns blazing. And you look at us as well, our record away from home, it's not that pleasing. So we're also trying to change that mentality. Say when we play away, let it be our first 3 points away from home.
All right. Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Kaizer Chiefs, listening to Coach Khalil Ben Yusuf. He says it's important. Who are the important players for you, Coach Shorty?
Mayo is still important for them. The speed going forward, Modi and Lelepo. And I'm counting those three deliberately because there'll be up against the three centre backs of Amazilu who are not the fastest when it comes to that. But Ngobo is also key coming in that lineup because he has to dish those passes going forward for the back-footed front three.
For Coach Arthur Zwani, Amanda, your homeboys, here they are out of KZN. He fancies their chances. That's what Arthur Zwani says. He fancies the chances. Who will give him a chance to take the points here when you look at that lineup?
Well, I think I'm looking forward to seeing Uguenga, just the consistency. But of course, I think Extend and Banjo become very important in that midfield to really try and stop those passes going forward. But that defense, like Usipiwe says, they're very slow. They're going to have to be very organized.
One of the finds of the season for Amazilu, Uguenya. 3 goals so far for the man who came from FC Platinum. He comes to the top division and he's doing the job up front, Amanda.
Yeah, and I think that's the beauty of being unknown. It's that surprise element that he still gives you. He just needs to stay a little bit sharper. I love the way he moves, always trying to stay onside and just gravitating and running off the shoulder.
Okay, predicted. Coach,
2-1 to Chiefs.
what gives you that feeling?
Because out of the 5 clean sheets, 3 of them they've got them here at home, and yeah, so they've got a potent attack.
Amanda?
2-1.
Yeah.
Kaizer Chiefs as well.
All right.
If they are in Alana, they go to number 3. Amakosa Chamberlain.
There you go. The predictions are in. The action's about to come your way. This is the 47th time that the two sides are meeting in the PSL. Kaizer Chiefs have won 27 of those, and that makes Amazilu the team in the league that Kaizer Chiefs have won the most of in the PSL era. They've never beaten any other side as many times as they've beaten Amazilu. Will that continue tonight? Find out.
Vivian.
What pensou?
Come to the stadium. Spoonie is a glory. And you could win up to 20,000 rand at every match.
This October on Supersport.
It's becoming a riot here now.
Local rivalries burn bright.
And in the end, what a dramatic result here in the crowning knockout.
Only on your World of Champions. Our fuel can go in this car, and this car, and this car. Maybe not this one, but definitely in Bikes Mania. You call people like this Mania. So no matter what you drive, ride or fly, we have the right fuel for you. Choose Astron Energy Cortec fuel for your drive today. 4-in-1 technology in every drop for every engine. With over 854 courses in the next few years, we are South Africa's next biggest fuel brand. Welcome to Astron Energy.
Mzansi, this Heritage Month we're celebrating the very heart and soul of our finest brands at Macro. We're bringing you deals that'll fire up your prize and lift your mood. Like bulk Shark Calisboro balls at 89 per kg, save 40 rand. Charka 4 kg Bry briquettes at 85, save 10 rand. And case of Savannah Dry Premium Cider 330ml at 409, save 20 rand. From all of us at Macro, happy Heritage Month.
Another master meal from our master griller. A mouth-watering pork chop, horse, and buffalo wings or chicken strips with a side of your choice for only $159.90. Spur, people with a taste for life.
What's
After being made to sweat and being taken the distance in continental competition, Kaizer Chiefs return to domestic action against Amazilu FC. It's Betway Premiership action. We are live at the FNB Stadium here at Soccer City. A very good evening to you and a warm welcome on a beautiful spring evening here. Although we don't really do spring, do we? It's a beautiful summer's evening here in the city of gold. The Kaizer Chiefs clad, supporters clad in green and gold, and those supporters of the Green Snake in your Kazana. Oh, Usutu, all of my it's a sign that Kaizer Chiefs have enjoyed great success against over the years, but not quite in recent times. And that's on tricky encounters, including suffering their heaviest defeat against Amazilu, the heaviest defeat in the previous point in time. And, well, they'll be looking to put things like Makosi witness in their last two domestic games or in their last two league games. They want to put that right against the team that, as I said, they've generally had a good run against. William Trump is alongside me, of course, the Kaizer Chiefs, a legend. He will talk to us in a moment about the lineups and how he expects the coaches to play this game. And looking forward to this one indeed. It's the only encounter, the only show in town in the Betway Premiership for this Wednesday evening. William Trump, well, what are your expectations ahead of this one?
Yes, it's how Kaizer Chiefs are going to be able to bounce back from the two winning possibilities of the past two games, of course, in the league. And as we look into the starting line.
Right, so the coach, Khalil Ben Yusuf, has been one change from the team that played against Puma's Company Confederation Cup. In comes Kanye Samayo, of course, who's not registered for Continental Combination. He replaces Ashley Dupré, who goes on to the bench. Yes, Kanye Samayo scored on debut for Kaizer Chiefs, so look to build on that.
Looks very pretty offensively for Kaizer Chiefs, but unfortunately the combinations in the kicking there hasn't quite made it or helped the team to create enough goals. We'll talk about some of those issues later.
Right, as for the visitors, Amazilu, two changes starting to go where Darren Johnson gets a start ahead of Richard Ofori, who, as we heard from Amazwani, had been struggling with a bit of an injury, but were forced to play him. And also into the starting lineup, Andy Stone, and out goes the Sangapela. He's suspended, so he misses out.
Second best offensive team in the league is Amazilu, but unfortunately he's also not happening offensively. But today, Kutumela, I'll talk about how he's going to play in a different way just to help resolve that problem.
Well, there you go. That referee is a very experienced Tandon Zanzenga and equally experienced Kellis when runs the line on the near side with Cedric Maloy on the far side. There's a corner Makalima is our fourth official who take care of all the paperwork. Paulo March is the match commissioner. So the stage is set then. An opportunity for both these sides to claw their way up the table. Chiefs can go into third and leapfrog the Soweto rivals, Orlando Pirates, while for Amazilu the target will be to sneak into that top 8 spot. And a win here could do the job for the, but a win, a point won't be enough. Well, a Kaizer Chiefs legend returns. 11 seasons he spent here, 11 seasons packed with success. He returns here to try and haunt his former club. An exciting 2-2 draw in his last visit here. The 10-1 outside Swane. Team photo then for the visitors here. Hendrik Ekstein, what a season he had last time out. Get to get off the mark this season, but he's still a very influential member of his squad. Of course, he's facing up against his former club. We will pause, of course, on a side note as we honor and pay tribute to the late ambassador to France. It is Gosnati Emmanuel Chetwa, or Nati Chetwa, as was popularly known.
Rest in peace, we say, Umanya Bosa Walker. Sita Utanga Nune Thanga. And may you be given strength at this extremely difficult time for you. As we all join you, we salute Native to a man who contributed to the freedom and joy, a man who served this country to his very last day. But as they say in the classics, the show must go on. It is the Betway Premiership that brings us here to the FNB Stadium at this evening. The pitch looks absolutely magnificent, as you heard from our city, our panel down on pitch side. You cannot play on this surface. You cannot play. All said then, the tandem the better to get us underway there. Just waiting to make sure all the checks, to do all the checks, the final checks, and then it'll be over to him. The lights are on, cameras are rolling. Let's get some action. Away we go. It's a knockout. They get us underway. The whole side in their gold and black, of course, traditional gold and black. So the attacking their goals to the left of the pitch. They are in the blue shirt and white short for this evening. It is 6 versus 9, in fact. And as far as where these two sides are placed in the Betway Premiership, corresponding fixture produced a 4-goal thriller. What a dramatic game that was. There could have been more goals in that game as well. X-Team gets going. See what Amazilu could do with it. Weighing out already on 3 goals. The Chiefs also looking to press them a little bit high. It's with Shabalala there. Going in on Bradley. Going in on Bradley. Shabalala. It's support. Zita Brinica, who has now become a mainstay at centre back alongside Ignacio Miguel. He's much improved defensively this season. Even taking a picture for the right. That is could be a chance. Elia! Oh! And it's stuck in! Oh! It's the flat netting and ripples the flat netting. I don't think I was the only one in the stadium who thought that had gone in. As it cuts in, and must have taken a deflection of some sort. I'm not sure if the goalkeeper touched it. And yes, that deflection definitely Keegan is the one that deflected wide. There whistling caught the goalkeeper leaning onto the left side of the post. How he would love to get amongst the goals. Didn't score last season. Tasking a lot of opportunities, though, I must say. Takes lots of goal scoring opportunities, which is why I think the coaches still go for him. Walking around in the box here. Just the left over underneath it and got just caught the underneath of Wenya's boot as he went for the shot. Scored, of course, against Amazilu in this corresponding fixture last season.
Fortunately, the move took forever to drop down, which allowed Wenya to come and close him down. Had it been anywhere else other than the inside of the box, I'm sure the ref would have given a foul in favor of Kaizer Chiefs.
Getting a lot of the ball in these early exchanges. Chiefs with a winning record against Amazilu. In 46 previous matches in the Premiership against Lesotho. Chiefs have 127 to 5 of Amazilu. As I said, in recent times, Amazilu have enjoyed a resurgence against Kaizer Chiefs. Chiefs are unbeaten in their last 4 Premiership matches against Lesotho. Calling for Hanamo, but it's got Dylan Solomons with him. Still Lesotho with that extended on a ball, and a late run in there. Just needed a
sort of touch, and there would have been problems for Kaizer Chiefs there.
Harder to play that almost getting a touch into Bill Nitz. Plays wide on the right. This time cuts just in front of Modi.
So right back there making a late run into the box, cross corner. That David scored twice last season, 7 appearances, yet to get off the mark. 16 it was the twin provider there, looking to inflict pain on his former club here. Coming on into this game on the back of a heavy 3-1 defeat against TS Galaxy. And Chiefs, of course, were in Continental actually their last big game. They were on held to a 1-0 draw and Aruma Gallants. Pele no goal. Solomon's asking a little too much of Kaizer Samayo.
Indeed, it's the tackle pass as well. That means you hit it with the laces, which means that it will fly a little bit faster. But if you want to catch a striker on the run, you get underneath the ball, keep a little bit of a break speed, and it falls in between the defender and the goalkeeper and slows down. Then Mayo would have had a chance, but that one was a hopeful pass.
Samayo didn't take long to endear himself to the Kaizer Chiefs faithful, scoring on debut. And he was looking to emulate his father, Patrick. Chance coming in here now, just got underneath it. It improved. Shabalala. Also looking for his first of the season.
I like him. The few times that I've seen him coming halfway through the second half, he's really showed a lot of energy. I know he started in the last game in the camp, conference start back there. I'd like I said, to have seen it start to see just exactly what he did.
But the referee whistled at the penalty, but the burst through the middle there. Not for him.
Not defensive Wayne to play as a striker for Amazilu. That's right. But of course, this winner has comes on over Tabela. I'm sure he's in somewhere in KwaZulu-Natal.
Well, this is exactly where Mandevele are from, so it's historically accurate to him. So
Thank you. And the great track.
This is good pressure now. Chiefs one possession through Modi. Kaizer Samayo plays in Liverpool, and what a great save! Darren Johnson. Wonderful save there to deny. Well, he did well to come out and close the angle on Liverpool.
I think that's just the most, but Liverpool realized that the goalkeeper was coming out. I think he could have done better by just shooting that ball, but it's the only way that you can build an oncoming goalkeeper who's committed to coming out and diving in for that matter. But excellent goalkeeping. It's up to the striker actually to come up with a plan. A depth charge should have done the trick.
So great sharpness there. The keeper alert to the danger and was quickly off his line to close down the run there of Logi. Therefore, making his 5th appearance, Darren Johnson. 2 clean sheets to his name so far. He's deputizing for him this evening was Olwetu Isabella. As Modi again, he looks like he's in the mood, looking to pick out the run there of Dylan Solomon. Kaizer Samayo, you can't miss him there. He's the bottle blonde that's out there. That's the Pele Nova. Is it up to Shabalala? Wide to Mordi. Way by Felix.
Story of Kaizer Chiefs in that offensive third. They've got 5 offensively in Cape City. And Amazilu needs to adjust a little bit better in being able to manage that 5. You can see it's just a lot of shit in the offensive third. And that includes someone, by the way, who likes to push high. And he doesn't have anybody right now who's bothering him or skipping him on the back foot because Kutmela has been pushed a little bit closer to the going to see if they can create better numbers offensively for Amazilu.
Here's Kaizer Mayo. The best pass there to Tuesday Shabalala. Positive start from Chiefs, so looking good. But that's going forward. We're going to have to watch Amazilu here on transition. Going out. Bravo comes away with it. The form that he did under Courage, and he was the mainstay of the Kaizer Chiefs, he really was a part in a very young squad. At the time, you remember, it was when Kaizer Chiefs had that ban that transfer back inside there, so that relied a lot on a lot of the players promoted from their development. They got some defending to do here, because here comes X-Team here. Now, could be danger for Kaizer Chiefs, cutting inside, looking it wide now, still possibilities. Oh no, that is the wrong ball, overcooked. Such a promising move, great first there for the X-Team. And back across from Atepe was not the one.
Indeed, if you run into problems, what you can do for yourself as an attacking white player is to hit it hard across the face of goal, or at least come up with the cutback, because there's always a possibility of players coming from deep. But he opted obviously to try and put it into the far side where there was Newton.
There is Kaizer Mayo. Ooh, what a ball for Mori to take. The keeper is committed, and he does excellently. Darren Johnson, the former keeper at United. Keeper.
Very impressive for the goalkeeper, was led to the danger. It's a big decision to make to come up that far. Because if you come up like you don't make contact, then you're in trouble. But you have to really make sure that you get there first.
Another effort. That sails wide with their ball. But this is really impressive from Kaizer Chiefs in this early stage of the level. And just the ball is really.
You've got to be first to be better that he used his left foot. Remember his right foot, if you're first on the right inside of the wheel, he did his crosses, but this one fell on his left, and it looked very good except for the direction.
Nice, just a touch to bring it down, but couldn't control it. And this was Toilet. Lilevo. Quinica. Ignacio Miguel, who's been an ever-present for Kaizer Chiefs along with Brandon Peterson in goal. Started every game and finished every game. Thus far in the Betway Premiership. Traffic going down that left-hand side. For Kaizer Chiefs, Modi and Shabalala combining. Good position well here, Kaizer Chiefs. Shabalala. Modi. So they're really packing a lot of numbers behind the ball. The Chiefs have the chance now breaking that low block. Solomon, oh nice catch, a beautiful football here, the airport. Simply take it in his stride.
They're trying to process those spaces, Kaizer Chiefs. This one will be strong really to be able to create it. Better passing passages in the central part. But it looks better today, but they still need to find the final pass.
Goal kick it is. Darren Johnson, 28-year-old
that were signed from Chippa United. You spent 2 seasons at Chippa. Chiefs, of course, are playing catch up at the moment because of the commitments in camp competitions. Now 2 matches, they played 2 matches fewer than lot leaders Mamelodi Sundowns and 6 points of their place already. But of course, we can win those games in hand.
Unfortunately, reminds that if
That's the thing with games in hand. Robo, Shady they call him, combining with his former GDC teammate, though Bushara will win a Baba when shot from Lilepo, never shy to have a crack. He can hit a football, this man.
it's going to find his range though.
That was
very
well
promising.
off target.
You want to see that type of hunger from the players that actually can take the decision to say, look, I'm within range, and let me see if I can cover the goalkeeper. And at a time, of course, where the goalkeeper maybe is not expecting.
One goal so far this season for Lilepo in the Betway Premiership. Certainly, already in the short space of time that he's been with Chiefs, become a fan favorite.
Plays a little fire. Establishing position with the goal, shows signs of hunger to want to take it to the offensive third with pace.
Very direct.
The players in the veterans as well coming from the left side.
Johnson is early. So far, the questions that have been asked of him is come up trumps.
My only worry for any fullback for that matter is the recovery. You like to go forward. You've got to remember that at some stage you'll be forced to chase backwards. Can you recover in time as well to assist defensively?
Mori taking on his man. Good shot at the end there. And stood his ground. Now Amazilu with a chance to break here. Intercepted by Guliga. Because how things can change so quickly in football. Guliga couldn't buy a place in the starting lineup. Now he's the man. Lilepo! That kind of stick on the defender because the defender. Still alive, bro. Cross. Again, Shabalala. And we'll go to Shabalala.
Earlier on today, we spoke about how they've been opting to lock the ball over instead of giving hard across the face of the ball. That is exactly what the yellow guy did there. Echoes tight. Sometimes you just fire in the hope that the defender.
Put it again. Here goes that man again next to him. Finding a lot of space. Only on here. On walkabout, been crossing the halfway line for the first time in this game. Also, we have 5 wins. Only 5 wins at the time that they have faced the Kaizer Chiefs. In the previous 46 matches, no side. They've been dominated over the years by the British. You look at the move there, Modi stopped in his tracks. Free kick for Usotu. Taking a knock there, Kutumela. Well well-travelled Thabiso Phuthumela in recent seasons going forward?
Without a doubt. I mean, we remember him coming from Mariska United a while back, and before being featured for Amazilu Sundowns. And unfortunately, coming to Gauteng hasn't been quite successful. In fact, he had to go to Cape Town as well. So he's, I'll call him a traveler. But hopefully he'll find some stability with Amazilu.
Down is Thabiso Phuthumela. Because if it's anything too serious, then from Mawelele, but don't go to Mawelele and start asking for Thabiso Phuthumela. He goes by the name Sai, the name Simon. Known as side of the Skopari. 20 minutes gone already. Been a lively start to the game. Quick ball, Anamobe getting in behind there, but Solomon's done well there. With this last second possible to get on to the lost possession of Chiefs. Anamobe with a square ball in. His first touch there from Tone, but now gets whips it into the near post, and Nelson to make the breakthrough. Yeah, back.
Also too. It's Ngwenya.
Well, this man is red hot. Goal number 4.
The thing is, that ball was whipped with so much power. He needed to be excellent to measure the header that he gets the better of the goalkeeper. And Peterson didn't see or know much about that cross. Only after it kissed the back of the net did he realize that it was a goal. I mean, it happened too quick, but look at that run in front of Pinita that he makes. First of all, drops up and then turns around. Poor cover. Did not allow men inside in that range and expect the goalkeeper to do much from there.
That's what Miguel there. More watching. No awareness at all of where Ngwenya was. Tone did excellently to keep that ball in and to whip in the ball for Ngwenya. Tando Lokosi. Ngwenya gets his 4th in his 8th appearance. Averaging a goal every 2 matches now. And it's Usutu that take the lead.
Knock and hold in the plan.
And completely against the run of play.